Wondering what the new A7C looks like compared to the A7 III? Well, we're shooting on the A7 III right now, but we've got both cameras side by side and we'll be switching between them throughout the video. So now let's switch to the A7C. For a while now, it seemed like Sony had all their bases covered when it came to their mid-tier camera systems. They had the A6600 as their high-end consumer-friendly option and the A7 III as an entry point into the pro category. And now, unexpectedly, Sony comes out with this, and it's exactly what I needed. I just didn't know Sony was really listening.
We are always listening, Lizzie.
The f was that? Does it check every box on the perfect camera list? No, but it was designed with a specific consumer in mind, and let me explain. Let's talk about the high-level specs here. I won't go into too much detail about each one of these because I want to save those for a later review, so let's focus on the big picture here. The A7C has 24.2 megapixels, advanced autofocus performance and speed in stills and video, including real-time autofocus tracking, real-time eye autofocus, and animal eye autofocus. The burst mode is 10 frames per second. The max ISO is 204,800. It shoots in both HLG and S-Log3 color profiles. The max bitrate is 100 megabytes per second. It shoots 4K 24 frames and 30 frames per second, and 60 and 120 frames per second at 1080p. And it has 6-axis in-body image stabilization. Seems like a smaller and cheaper A7 III, right? Well, we'll go into this comparison in a future video, so just make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you know when that video drops. But for now, let's go into the design. Technically, this is the world's smallest and lightest full-frame camera body with both an interchangeable lens and in-body stabilization. My first impression is I love the look and I love the size. This camera comes both in silver and in black, but I love the silver because it just gives me vintage camera vibes. What you're missing though with the A7C compared to the A7 III is, well, just a couple things. You're missing your multi-port, you're missing a second card slot, you're missing your front scroll wheel, and you're missing some program buttons. But in my opinion, you are getting quite a few things in exchange for what you're losing. For one thing, the compact size, you're also getting a flip out screen. I really like the position of the record button and improved port doors. It's the little things, okay? It does start to feel a bit small in your hands when you add on a really big lens. Joshua! It does start to feel a bit small in your hand when you put on a really big lens. It's not that dirty!
No. Ew.
Ew. It does start to feel a bit small in your hand when you add on a larger lens, so that is a bit of a takeaway in terms of a comfort level, but you're getting a more compact camera, you might be more likely to carry it around with you, giving you more opportunities to take even more meaningful and better photos, and that's all we want at the end of the day. So the real question is, should you buy the A7 III or the new A7C? And is this camera a good choice for you as a first full-frame upgrade from APS-C? Well, in order to answer that question, we really need to consider who Sony made this camera for. So both of these cameras are comparable in terms of specs, but the main difference here with the A7 III and what you're getting for that extra $200 is more physical capabilities on the camera itself. You're getting more ports, you're getting an extra SD card slot, you're getting more programmable buttons, you're getting a front scroll wheel. All of those things are just going to help you to be that little bit faster when you're on set. And if you're a professional or moving into a professional territory of photography and video, then this is a great camera for both uses. But if you're looking at the A7C because you're like, hey, saving that $200 would be fantastic, and you love the idea of having a compact body, those extra buttons and things on the outside don't matter so much to you, then the A7C is fantastic. Both are great cameras for both photo and video. If you're sitting with a cropped sensor body right now, it's usually because you're a hobbyist or you're just a little bit early in your photography or video career, or full frame seems a little bit too expensive for you right now. But Sony has filled those gaps by offering the A7C, it's compact and it's full frame. The A6600 is listed at $1,199.99 US. The A7C is listed at $1,799.99 US. And finally, the A7III is listed at $1,999.99 US. All of these are for the body only. So if money and size isn't an issue for you, then yeah, I would suggest picking up the A7 III. But at the same time, I'm keeping my A7 III and I've sold my A6400 because I'm anticipating picking up the A7C. I'm so looking forward to adding this to my kit. It's going to be a great second camera for me. So if you guys liked watching this video, please give it a like down below, subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos, and I'll see you guys back here for a review. Peace.